Hey, and welcome back to my workshop again. Today, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be making this Dredd helmet. It should be a pretty quick and easy build. I've already got it printed. I've got the visor for it. All I have to do is sand this, make it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to get sanded down, gets all the rough spots off, and then a quick prime painting. Then I need to size this visor to fit in it. As you can see, it is quite a bit bigger than this actual helmet. This helmet barely fits on my head, so it's going to need very little padding, but it'll also make it very good for LARP because it'll fit on my head really nicely and it won't be too hot. It's made out of PETG, so it's pretty resilient, pretty sturdy. It won't crack on me, but yeah, let's just get into it. Well, first I'm going to put a time lapse of the printing process. I don't know, it takes about 10 seconds or so. And then I'm going to put some quick shots of the sanding and then the painting. And then next time you see me back will be probably when I'm putting in this visor. All right, so I forgot to press record. Basically, I just put a nice flat, even layer of black gloss on here. It's pretty stinky, but it looks pretty nice. So I'm gonna come back when it's dry and do the colors. After that mistake of not pushing record, I've got this all primed up with a nice black gloss. So what I'm going to do now is I've got this green acrylic paint ink from, I forgot who it is that makes this. I don't know. One sec. All right, it's a black, or not a black, a green pigment from Chimera, K-I-M-E-R-A. I really like their paints for like models and stuff, but this is just an acrylic ink, so it should work really nicely. So I'm gonna get my airbrush and just, you know, paint it in these little spots that are supposed to be green. And then I've got an acrylic pen, paint pen that I'm gonna use to just make this gold. And then I put the visor in and then pat it, and then it should be good. This is a really quick build. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to look good enough that people can hit me in the head with foam darts and foam swords. All right, after a short cleaning session, I finally got it working again. So now we're gonna brush. All right, I've reformulated the paint, and let's see if it makes any difference here. Now that I've done that, I'm just gonna quickly paint it gold where the badge is, with a paint marker. This isn't the best way to do it, but it is good enough for me. Now, you might notice that my airbrushing is subpar. I'm not good at it yet. I'm still learning how to airbrush. I haven't done it for very long. So, you know, be kind in the comments, because this is new for me still. I've done a little bit of airbrushing in the past, but Not a lot, which is better. I think the other end is better. This is a little bit more of an even. I could airbrush this as well, or like spray paint it, but I don't want to. Yeah, that's the easiest, or the truth there is I just don't want to. I don't need this to look perfect either, just good enough, right? This is for a LARP. I'm not doing this for our competition. I'm not spending too much time on these projects. I'm getting them done quick because they are going to be dirty. They're probably going to get broken. So basically all I'm doing is getting it to look good enough so that when it all gets wet, dirty, hit with things, scratched, it looks better. It's going to get weathered by wearing it. I'm not going to bother weathering these things. I'm just going to wear them at the LARP, and that's how it's going to get weathered. Now, you'll notice I've got some overspray. That's fine. I don't care. I do not need it to be perfectly on. It's good enough for me, right? Like from far away, it kind of just blends in a little bit. It just looks like someone did a shitty job of painting it, which is, you know, for a post-apocalyptic LARP, fits very well in the whole lore behind it, right? Someone did a really shitty job of painting this. I did a really shitty job of painting in real life. So that is fine by me. I don't need it to be perfect. Okay, so now that's done, I need to get the visor in here. So I'm gonna basically take this thing, put it in here, and cut it on the edges, cut this flap off of the bottom here that you need to pull up, and we're just gonna go from there.
This is coming through. Hello? If you can hear me, send help. Don't believe him.
So I made some little marks here. This is where I need to cut them. I'm not sure what the best way to cut this is. I think it'll probably be with the Dremel, with the cutoff wheel, but I don't have one for plastic. The wood one might work, so I'll give it a try and we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right. Let's see how it works. Well, that went easier than I expected. Let me just sand it down so it looks nicer. All right, I'm back. So what I did quickly is I just took a heat gun to try to bend it a little bit more to match a bit better. It did not work. And this visor is too big for this, right? You can see here, it goes down way too far. I want it to go to about, let's see, about here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grind that away. Mark it first. I can't see anything I'm doing. Here we go. So I want it to go to about here, right? So I'm going to make a mark here, and then I'm going to get my belt grinder and then just grind away all this plastic so that it fits properly. I'm not going to bother filming that because that's going to take about 30 seconds and then I'll be done. So I'll be right back. All right, so as you can see, I cut it down a bit better and now it fits right about here in the helmet. Right about here in the helmet, so that should be good. Now the next step is to hot glue it in place. Why hot glue? Because it's easier than anything else. So first I'm gonna clean this paint off here and then just go to hot gluing. I'm gonna do my best to glue this without getting it in the way or without getting in the way of anything. I don't know how well it's gonna work because I need to go inside this helmet to glue it. As you can see, I'm just kind of holding it in place, and then I'm gonna take the glue gun, go along the edges, and just kind of like tack the hot glue in place, or tack it in place with hot glue. So first it needs to be hot enough to actually do it. And then ideally, once it's all in place, it's not going to move. All right. In theory, that's all glued in. Now I just need to wait for it to stop being hot. All right, I'm back. It has set. So now I just want to do a little bit of cleanup here with a little X-Acto knife, wherever I have one. I need to clean up my workshop again. Everything has gotten so disorganized. But yeah, then I just need to put some padding inside it to make it a little bit nicer to wear, and then it should be good. There we go. But first we'll do a little test fit and see what it looks like. We're just gonna do a quick little test fit. When my glasses are off, I won't be able to see anything, so I'm gonna have to get real up close to the camera to be able to see it, so. Yeah, so I need some padding here, here, on both sides here, and then a little bit at the top up here. All right, so both sides need some padding and then a little bit at the top here. What am I gonna do? How am I gonna do that? I'll show you. So what I've got here is some upholstery foam. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut little slices from it with an X-Acto knife, probably this one, and then hot glue it in place into the helmet. Now I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, hey Eve, why are you bothering to hot glue it? Isn't there a better way to go about it? And the answer to that is a better way? Yes. An easier way? No. Hot glue is a crafter's dream, and honestly, probably what most crafters will use. Because hot glue is basically plastic, right? So when you've got the plastic and it melts in place, it'll stay and it'll stick together. So yeah, there's easier ways to go about this, but there's not easier ways. There's better ways to go about this, but not easier ones. And now what am I doing here? I'm just cutting a slice off of this very poorly. All right, so then with this, I'm gonna cut it probably into 3 slices. The thicker one should go where my the forehead is on the helmet. And then the other ones will go wrapping around the side. Probably need a bit more than this, but well, this will be a good start. So there we go. All right. Now the best way to figure out if this works is to just kind of put it on you and put the foam in and just kind of like test it. So layer the foam in. Now you can see there, this doesn't wobble nearly as much, but it still is wobbling. So I need to put more on the sides. All right, so it is now set. So let's just quickly squirt a bunch of hot glue on here. And then we just shove it in here. Perfect. Now I need to wait for it to heat up again, but it will go faster. And then I'm gonna just layer it on both sides. So one here on this side, and then another one on the other side. And then we'll see how it fits before we put any more. All right, I can't see anything. So it's not too bad right here. It's pretty decent. I need some padding right on both of these sides right here, just to kind of like hold it down against my head. And I think a little bit at the back, and then it should be good, but this is mostly good. I think we'll keep this. I can keep it right here where she is, so I can just there. Right out. Let's side to side. And put it here as well, and this one, do this. One, right, more. I think it's as I'm here, I really am so fine. That's makes this. I can see a couple blue things, a line like this. Right. And I think one more here, one more here, I just want to make sure that's there. All right. So let's put it on again and see what it looks like. There we go. Now you can't see anything. So look at that. This now, it doesn't shake. It doesn't fall anywhere. It's all good. It's gonna be nice and cozy, nice and comfortable. I could have put these little, these pads that are right here a little bit further back, but that shouldn't be a big deal. Yeah, that's good. I like it. All right, sweet. So that's the video for this week. I can't see anything, so I hope I'm looking at the camera in the right spot. If not, I apologize. But that's the video for this week. Tune in, or not this week. That's the video for this month. The next video I'm going to have out, I'm going to be making a baton for this LARP outfit, and then the one after that is going to be a shield, and then you get a little sneak peek. I'm going to make the vest. I spent hours yesterday with a soldering iron making tiny little holes around the outside of every single one of these plastic pieces so that I can actually sew it to the vest. So that's what we're done. I can't talk today, but I'm done with this. I'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you later.